Hey, yo. Well, let me hit you back though. Yeah, but yeah, it's a deal. Book it. World Famous TV. It's your boy 619. My bad. You know it's happening right now. You know what I mean? The West is winning. We're winning. Win. What's up to J Rock? What's up to the projects? You know what I'm saying? What's up to Peblos, Nickersons, the Bottoms, Compton, Watts, Long Beach, East LA, South Side, Pasadena, Monrovia. The West is back. And guess what? World Famous TV is running the show. I want to give a big shout out to Sam Watson because I met up with him. I got a 4 documentary, I don't even know, like a movie deal, 4 documentaries, 2 movies, and 3 albums, 2 sitcoms, and 1 TV show. What's up to Sam Watson, the Money Team, also Al Hyman. What's poppin'? So check it out. My first guest today on World Famous TV is Compton's finest. One of the hardest niggas I know. He clean, he mean, and he gets all the green. Geno the Boss. But we call him Geno Boss from Compton. Yo, Geno! We ready for you. Come on in, player.
World Famous TV, baby.
Yeah. Go have a seat, man.
What's up, man? Thanks for having me, family.
That's what I'm talking
what's
about.
What's up, baby?
Yeah, Geno Boss in the house.
Right?
Yeah, Compton's finest, man. Tell them what's up, man.
Oh, man. I'm just excited about it all, man. Just dropped the record, 10,000 hours. Available on all platforms, worldwide. You know what I mean? I got a record with Glasses Malone, man. First of the week, man. Big to the boy. Los Angeles, you know, check it out, man. I just been busy, man.
So it's 10,000 hours. That's the name of the project, right?
Absolutely.
So right, they just clicked in 10,000 hours. Pick it up. So where can Spotify,
Tidal,
iTunes?
Apple Music. I just launched my website too, genoboss.live. genoboss.live. You know what I mean?
genoboss.live.
Yeah. That's
10,000 hours.
Absolutely.
Pick it up.
Absolutely.
Available.
Get that thing. But I'm going to put it in your face, man, so it ain't no big deal. You know what I mean? I'm going to make you hear it.
Worldwide.
Word.
Yeah. So anyway, you know, we're going to get straight to it.
Yeah.
So this is World Famous TV, and you got a Compton, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so Geno Boss. How did you come up with the name Geno Boss?
Actually, when I was young, I got my first record deal with Ruthless Records, you know what I'm saying? It was through C-Note. Shout out to CNH, you know what I'm saying? I was on the grind, a young kid. I should have been in high school, but I ended up getting a record deal, you know what I mean? And through C-Note, we ended up getting a partnership with Ruthless, you feel me? And Tamika Wright, shout out Tamika Wright. And we did a show in San Diego one time, and MC Ren was about to go up and do some shit. He had just released his solo project, and I was over there bullshitting, talking to some girls or whatever, like, I'm about to go on stage. And he was like, boss, come on, boss, let's go, boss. And I always went by Geno B, so I just let the B stand for boss. MC Ren basically gave me that name indirectly. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Ren, man. Compton's finest. You know what I mean?
So basically, you know, I'm picking up the game you laying down, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, most people don't say, I got, you know, handpicked by West Coast royalty.
Right.
West Coast legends.
Right.
West Coast icons.
Absolutely.
Right. Isn't that amazing?
Man, it's incredible, man.
Right. A lot of people can't say that, man. So you've been around, right?
I just remember the first time I went to meet with CNH to try to get the record deal with C-Note, and we walked in his house, and the LUNIZ, they had just went platinum with 5 on it. And I saw the plaque on the wall, and they were #1, and Michael Jackson was #2. Like, they were over Michael Jackson. I was like, yeah, I want to sign with y'all. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, it was incredible from day one, man. We flew down in 2 days after that, and Drew Down shot a video with Boosie Collins, man, and Boosie gave me the funk on my chest and all of that, man. It was crazy, man. Like, it was quick, man. It was wild, man. You know what I mean? It was wild, man. Yeah.
That's deep. So what you're saying is, you know, the most sampled artist in hip hop is George Clinton and James Brown.
Right.
So basically, you just said the pioneers of West Coast hip hop.
Oh, man.
Voted you in.
Oh, man.
Then the Godfather of hip hop voted you in.
Hey man, you know, blessed life, man.
Man, that's big.
Blessed life, man.
And big up to Boosie, you know.
Absolutely.
Big up to, and George.
Absolutely.
I ain't gonna, hey, George, got opportunity to hang out with George Clinton, Al DeBarge, and a few of his cronies, man. It was heavy hanging out with him, but
Right.
it was a blessing. I
Real
loved
talk.
it, you know.
Real talk.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you got your story too now. Quit playing. You know, I can sit over there and interview you too. You know what I'm saying? You got your story too.
Man.
You know what I mean?
But you know what? That's real. I want to big up Kenny McLeod too, because through Kenny McLeod, that's how I got to hook up with Death Row, Eazy-E, Suge Knight, Snoop Dogg,
Wow.
all of these different artists, because of Kenny McLeod talent as a producer and also as an engineer, and you know, Russell Simmons, everybody.
And you know, from coming up, you know, with Chris Hicks and Cino, you know, Black Hole was like our home studio. Drew Down recorded the whole Gangsta Fight and all of that. I remember Darius McCrary, he played Eddie Winslow. He came and sang the hook for Drew Down, and him and Donovan, we was kicking it, and Busy Bone, and all of them, man. Big shout out to Kenny, man. Like,
watch this.
You know what I'm saying?
I was in that studio session, and that's a crazy studio session, because that's something that you never think will come together. Somebody from Family Ties,
Right.
and these dudes from the streets.
It's crazy.
That's putting a record together.
Crazy.
Right.
And like I said, I had just signed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just barely there, and like, it was just moving so fast, man. Everything was happening so quick, man. And you know, Drew Down did the movie Original Gangsters with Jim Brown and Foxy Brown and all of them, Pam Grier, you know what I mean? He had just did that movie. Mac of the Year was just like, you know, damn near gold, or was gold. He had the soundtrack for Thin Line, you know, they were bubbling, man. And, you know, I got in this great situation, man. I got to learn, like, the last days before the digital age, too. You know what I'm saying? Like, how to really do your footwork with this game, you know what I mean? So, man, it was a beautiful thing, man.
You know, speaking of Drew Down, so when I was in the studio with Drew Down, you know, everybody was like, it was some dudes. I ain't gonna say their name. You know, they thought they was let's just say they thought they was hardcore.
Yeah.
Drew Down up in the studio. He from the Bay. He got all this bud.
Oh man.
Bud.
Yeah, man.
Bud. So everybody's smoking, but they feeling like they smoking up his weed. You know,
Right.
man, I'm rolling big blunt, big.
Right.
But they don't know that's just the way the nigga cheat.
Right.
We finna smoke a zip in this session or two.
Drew Down kept the mic smoking.
Right.
You feel me? If you ever seen Drew in the booth, keep the mic smoking, man.
Right.
You know, with the perm rolling, man. That's Big Bro, man. Shout out Pimpy Doo, man.
Super cool.
Shout out Pimpy Doo. Speaking of which, man, can we smoke, man?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I brought you a little something, man. You know what I mean?
Oh, you did?
I brought you a little something.
Geno
man.
Boss.
You know?
Compton's
A
finest.
little something, man.
Oh,
Brought you a little something, man. Shout out Johnny Genetics. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shout out Johnny Genetics.
Shout out
yeah.
Johnny Genetics.
You know, Johnny Genetics is now an official sponsor of the World Famous TV.
Hello. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know?
Oh, my God.
A little something, man. Just a little something, man. You know?
Is that what it is? Let's see. Oh,
Just a little
look.
something.
Sorry, Mama. Yeah. Ooh, that's like a pound, ain't it?
I mean,
This for me?
you can eyeball, man.
The
You can eyeball.
whole bag?
Absolutely. All you. We can burn, and we finna burn it down. You know what I mean?
Look, I tell you what I do. I just leave that right there. I just leave that right there so the public. Johnny Genetics.
Shout out. Big shout out, Johnny
Genetics.
You know what I'm saying? Big shout out.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Back to business,
Yeah,
right?
Woo, Johnny, 10,000 hours. Picked it up. So, all right, Geno. So, we gonna get into the story, right?
All right.
So, you got discovered by these fabulous artists, you know?
Right.
And you're in the game.
Right.
Your first record deal, tell me about it.
I went, we was looking at a magazine. It was called 4080. You know what I'm saying? I was living in Oakland, California. You know, Oakland, my home. Shout out East Oakland, baby. Brookfield, in fact. You know what I'm saying? But we was looking at the 4080 magazine, and we saw Chris Hicks on the cover. He had all the girls around him and shit. And you know, we had followed the music game, and you know, on the box. Man, we used to call the box and all of that. And you know, we ended up getting in touch with him, setting up a meeting, right? And he was like, come to the studio on Thursday. So we go to the studio, and we get there, the security guard like, ain't nobody here, it's Thanksgiving. We was so excited. We was getting a record deal, you know what I'm saying? We finna meet somebody for a record deal. We didn't even realize it was Thanksgiving. So we call his phone like, yo, man, why you know? And he was like, oh, my bad, man, come to my house. So then we went to his house, and like I said, I walk in, and I see the plaque on the wall, LUNIZ over Michael Jackson History album, and I'm just like, wow, like, you know what I'm saying? And we sat down and we spoke, and, you know, we had been doing compilation records in Oakland. You know, that's big, you know, the compilations, you know what I'm saying? And we was on 3 big compilations in the town for the time, and we had the town buzzing, you know, the group, The Products, you know what I'm saying? Myself and my brother Tiptoe, you know what I mean? And we was bubbling. He had heard of us, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, long story short, he was like, rap. And I can't even tell you what I rap, but I tore that shit up, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, yeah, I want to sign y'all. And he called his lawyers right there, and I just remember just like, wow, you know what I mean? This is, you know, this really happening. And he called his lawyer, and I need you to draw me some paperwork up. I got, you know, a new group, blah, blah, blah. And from there, he was like, I'm going to LA Friday. Y'all coming? You know, don't worry about it. Woo, woo. So we get on the plane and we go, like I said, we go shoot Drew Down's video for Baby Bubba with Boosie Collins. And, you know, we go and see the LUNIZ, and they working on Lunatic Music. And then, you know, that bubbling situation from everything that was happening, Chris was already working a deal with Ruthless. You know what I'm saying? And he ended up doing a movie soundtrack for Ruthless called Turf Stories. You know what I'm saying? And I got the pleasure of working with Snoop Dogg, Val Young, and Maze, man, on one song, man.
Wow.
That's crazy, right?
Wait a minute, hold on. Say that one more time, man.
Snoop Dogg, Val Young, and Maze on one track, man.
What's the name of that track?
It's called Survive.
Survive?
Yeah.
It's on YouTube?
Absolutely.
Oh.
Absolutely. All platforms.
Yeah.
It's everywhere, you know what I mean?
That was 100,000 hits.
Absolutely.
It's on YouTube?
Absolutely.
What's the name of it?
Survive.
That's another 100,000. Okay, continue.
Hey, man, and, we just got to rolling, and like I say, then Drew Down had to do his project, so we, you know, we got to work with everybody on our record, and then we got to work with a couple of Chuck D's artists. We went out to New York. We worked with Waveform 7, my man Key-Tech, you know, Death Before Dishonor, a couple groups out there. We worked with Chuck D. We worked with, you know, lots of people, you know what I mean? And it was just quick, and like I said, you know, then we would come back to LA. Drew Down started on his project. Darius McCrary, I'm meeting these movie stars, we doing lunch parties, and you know what I mean? And it was just crazy, man. It was a crazy ride, man. I just want to take this quick moment, because when we released our album at the Hollywood Athletic Club,
it was popping.
Lamont Bentley was there. He played Hakeem Omoisha, and Merlin Santana was there. He played Romeo on Steve Harvey. I met them dudes that night, became super tight with them. Lost them both in a year's time, and I just want to say rest in peace to my 2 homeboys, man. Never forget y'all, dog. Rest in peace, Lamont. Rest in peace, Merlin. Real talk, you know what I'm saying? But it was just crazy, man. It was crazy.
So wait,
man.
let's recap here. let's recap here. No, let's recap. So MC Ren, West Coast legend.
Absolutely.
There's your name.
Absolutely.
Boosie Collins. He puts you in the fold and blesses you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Snoop Dogg, Maze, don't talk about it. They do a record with you.
Absolutely.
Okay. So I'm not a fool, right? Am I missing
Not
something
at all.
here?
Not at all.
Right.
Not at all.
Geno Boss.
Not at all.
I see Geno Boss.
Not
That's
at
why
all.
MC Ren seen Geno Boss.
Not at all. Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
So from LA to New York to the Bay, right?
Yeah.
So
and Texas.
So you know, how was that? How did it feel at the time to be popping?
It was.
I mean, with the backing of all these legends.
It was wonderful to learn the ropes. You know what I'm saying? I seen that everything had a worth. You know what I mean? I understood that the game was just that. Like it was work. You know what I mean? It was creativity, but then it was work. You know what I mean? And that's the part that I learned more than anything. Like the working part, the groundwork. Like I remember getting the boxes of CDs back with the, you know, shrink wrapped and all that kind of shit. And you would have to go do one sheets at the record stores. You know what I'm saying? And I remember, you know, before we got to deal with Ruthless, you know, we was independent. So we would tell Chris, you know, get us our discs, you know, whatever, you know, because we trying to learn the game too. You would have to go to, you know, Tower and all these places and get your one sheets filled out. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you would have to go on consignment, whatever, however. You know what I mean? But you always had to be working. You always had to be moving. You know what I mean? That's what I learned more than anything. You know what I'm saying?
So you out there, you pumping, you working, you in the studio, you dealing with these artists, Sun Gold, Platinum Records.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
So at the time, what was one of the best shows that y'all did, or the ones that you remember?
Summer Jam. KMEL, man. You know what I'm saying? With Chewy, man, and Trace Dog, and up in Oakley, man, we did Summer Jam, man. And I remember just, okay, imagine like your only show you did was like at a Freaknik, and it was, you know, probably 50 people paying attention to you. You feel me?
Yeah.
And then you go on a Summer Jam stage. And it's like, you like, what the fuck did I walk into? You know what I'm saying?
Sick.
Like what happened to me just now? Man, and it really is a drug if that's what you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? It's really important to feel that part though, kind of early. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of artists got discouraged because they never got to see that before. They never felt that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, that's it.
Okay, yeah, as you can tell, Geno Boss is popping, you know, all around the world. You know, you got that new album out right now, 10,000 Hours.
Absolutely.
You know, actually, a lot of people don't even understand what 10,000 hours mean.
Okay.
But people who's been in the game and understand your worth, your equity in the game, and how long it takes, you know, they got this shit kind of figured out mathematically.
Absolutely.
Tell us about this 10,000 hours.
Of course, it's based on the concept that it takes 10,000 hours to somewhat master your craft. You know what I'm saying? And once I read it and understood what it was all about, I realized that the way that my music is storytelling, it's reflective, you know, it's an audio biography. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell my life in the music, you know what I'm saying? And it just felt right to name it this, you know what I'm saying? Just because I done the 10,000 hours 10 times, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it just felt right, you know what I'm saying? It just felt right to do it because the music on this album is reflective. It's reflective of my time in the game, you know what I'm saying, and how I got here. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, I'm thankful, man. You know, we up in Studio 624. Apologize for telling y'all, you know, maybe 20 minutes into the game, but Studio 624. This is like your home studio, right?
Absolutely.
I mean your home base, not like your home studio, but your home base. Because I know it's a lot of artists, especially a lot of Compton artists that come up in the 624.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Popping, you know what I mean? Motorcycle clubs, I see them out there popping their wheelies and shit, you know, the low riders. Just real spit, you know, we in Compton, you know. You know, I don't want to tell y'all what the studio is because you got to find the owner.
Right.
His name is Dictator.
Dictator.
Get a Dictator, book some time. Call OZ. OZ the man with all the money and time. So call OZ and you can book some time at the 624. He right off of Long Beach Boulevard. I ain't gonna tell you no more. But you know what I'm saying? Like that. Compton, for real. So okay, we 10,000 hours in, right? And I listened to the record. I really it's 3 records. Well, let me take that back. I listened to 8 songs on the album.
Okay.
Right. 4 of the records, I put them on repeat.
Okay.
You know, and one of them, man, I really dig. Produced by OZ, Studio 624.
Okay.
I think it was mastered by Kenny McLeod.
Okay.
Black Hole Record Studio. You know, but I'm not gonna tell the people. You know, you tell me what's your favorite track on there.
I think my favorite track on the record is 10,000 Hours, or, you know, the last track on the album is For My Mother. You know what I'm saying? I think the one for my mother is most reflective of how I was feeling. You know what I'm saying? I think it's the best song I ever done, period. You know what I mean? Just because of who it was for and the circumstance, you know what I mean? But 10,000 Hours is just kind of, it's so reflective of what everything I've been through, man. And I got to summarize it.
I mean, well, it's like you say, you storytelling, but you rapping too. You got some hardcore shit on there. And I see, I gravitate to the storytelling. Now, I'm riding in the whip with my homie. You know, hey, listen, I roll with everybody, squares to bears. You know what I'm saying? Just straight up. And he dig every record on the motherfucker.
Righteous.
You know, he trapping though. I ain't saying like that, but if you out there getting money,
righteous,
you gonna love the record from top to bottom.
Absolutely.
Now, you know, I'm more of a hip hop head, so the stories that got to me, I put on repeat. I can go through 6 records, whole albums that's out right now, from Lil Uzi Vert to whoever, and I ain't putting none of them records on repeat. I'm not dissing them.
Right.
It's just that wasn't my fancy.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they get money feeding their kids, and they want them to continue.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, I'm just showing you where my head's at.
Yeah. And we got a lot of love for, you know, just the creativity of the game, man.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
we got a lot of love for this, man.
Lil Pump, all of them. Big up, what's up? You know what I mean? No Jumper, what's up to him? He doing interviews too. You know, I fuck with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ray Casino, Ron, all them dudes, you know. But I'm just gonna keep it 100.
Right.
You gonna repeat.
Absolutely.
You dig it? That's respect. You know what I mean? So 10,000 Hours, y'all need to pick that up as a head, as a trap head, and if you want to learn something about life. Because on the record as well, you know, you got some reflective times because you was reckless at one point in your life.
Oh,
you know
man.
what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you
absolutely. You know, shout out to some of my co-Ds.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely though. You know what I'm saying? And I tell it all. You know what I'm saying? It's just a must that, you know, I used to try to hide a lot of shit that, you know, and be an artist just for presentation. You know what I'm saying? And it just wasn't working because I had been through some shit and I've done some real life shit out here.
Right.
And that's what like the perfect title for my record, just because that's what it was all about. Me telling my time mastering this craft. You know what I'm saying? And what all went into it. You know what I mean? All the ups, the downs, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I hugged my mother from both sides of the jail cell. You feel me? I was in, she was in. You know what I'm saying? Like I done been on both sides of that. You feel me? And it was only right I tell about that. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. I got you, man. All right, reach your boy. Yeah, reach your boy. Just call me, man. I'm gonna finish this interview. All right, my bad, man.
Geno Boss.
You know how we do it, man.
Yeah,
you know I ain't no simpleton, man. You know what I'm saying? We wrote a little something up out of this thing, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
that good hubba bubba. You know what I'm saying? That good old hubba bub. You know what I'm saying? No worries. One for me, one for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Geno Boss for you. You know what I'm saying? You know?
Hey, 619 World Famous TV, baby.
And we get to the finish line together, man. Ooh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so 10,000 Hours.
Absolutely.
10,000 Hours. Now, very important record on there.
Absolutely.
And actually, today is a very important day.
Absolutely. Right. It is.
Very intense record. Can you explain the record? Tell us about it. And the correct title of the record.
Mama. You know what I'm saying? M.A. You know what I'm saying? It's for my mother. It's a reflection of our time together. You know what I'm saying? I unfortunately lost my mother to cancer, you know, and we just had to, you know, go through that stage and that phase and everything. And I just remember after she had passed, I was just like missing her. And I was missing her. And I was just like, man, I need to, you know. And the only thing I was just like, you know, make a song, make a record. So more than just like a song about her, it's like I wrote a letter to her. You know what I'm saying? Hello, love. I'm doing a little better. I think that it's time I write you a little letter. went through the storm, tried to change the weather. Just glad I was born. Life with you was a pleasure. You feel me? And it's like I wrote a letter to her, so I'm like speaking directly to her. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, man, I'm proud of that record. Look for it on Mother's Day. Mama, it's coming soon.
No, what's the correct spelling? M-A-M-A?
M-A-M-A. Mama by Geno Boss. That's it.
Man, that's intense.
Absolutely. And I gotta give a big shout out to my man Bradley Spalter, man. He played the piano, man. He's a beautiful, beautiful dude. Bradley Spalter, man. He won a Grammy with Gladys Knight. And he blessed me with the record, man. So shout out Bradley Spalter, man.
So that's Gladys Knight, George Clinton, NWA.
Just, you know, family tree, man. Family tree, man.
Look, can you tell us some stories about the times, you know, when you was out there, you know?
Well, I gotta light the blood on this one, man.
Yeah, tell us about some of the times you was out there, man.
Well, I remember Chris was flamboyant, man. Chris Hicks, man, CEO of C No Records, man. He was flamboyant, man. You know, he started rolling with Too Short early, so you know they just how they get down and how they do is just, you know. But I remember him buying the 600 Benz the first day they came out.
The 12.
Big body V12. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And he had it candy green. He painted it candy green and had us drive it to Vegas for the Tyson fight. You know what I'm saying?
Bought it.
Absolutely. He got it painted that night. Miko, shout out Miko, Oakland. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all broke it in.
Absolutely. And
hold on, Geno. Wait.
Hey man, listen to me, man. Listen to me, man.
Right? Hold on, man.
I learned from the best, man. The Bay got me further, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. The Bay got me further, man.
So you say CNH and Too Short?
Absolutely. At the time we signed with CNH, him and Too Short and them was funking. You know what I'm saying? Because Too Short had Bad Influence and CNH had LUNIZ and niggas had a battle at a studio and all kinds of shit. Start rapping about each other and all kinds of shit. So shit got crazy. Like if you listen to the album number 10, Getting It, you know, Surviving the Game, and it all started back when CNH went to TB trying to play a hate. Like we was in the middle of that shit. We was rolling with Chris. And we used to have to, you know, they had a, you know, affiliation, the mob. Shout out to the mob, you know. Yeah. And there was a lot of groups and parties and shit. But anyway, we pulled the Candy Green Benz into Vegas, and it was about lunchtime, about noon. In the middle of the day, man. Candy Green 6. The 6 is what he out yet. You know what I'm saying? And we pull in, man, and it was just like bam, bam, bam. And you know, we had the party out there. Allen Iverson came, Lonzo Mourning was there, Shaq, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a big deal, man. Tyson Beckford, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I just remember that was like my first big time. You know, I went to the Mike Tyson fight, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even supposed to be there in the casino. I ain't old enough, you know what I'm saying? But like I say, Tyson Beckford and anybody who was somebody at the time, you know what I'm saying? We ran into him, we kicked it with him, we fucked with him, you know what I'm saying? The King Grieflies, all that. Like, we did all that, man. We threw a album release party at Bugsy Siegel Mansion. The LUNIZ had one at Lucky Luciano's mansion in Beverly Hills over there with the gold plated everything. It's just, and you know, them parties was like my first experience with like being a rapper kind of star, but I wasn't even out yet. They put our album on top of Tower. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Sunset?
On Sunset, hell yeah.
Oh, that's huge.
Oh, hell yeah. And man, the first time I saw our album on top of on Tower on Sunset, man, that shit, man, it was crazy. And we did that lunch party, and our posters was everywhere around the mansion. And man, you know, I'm 17, you know, and you know, man, them little cute little bitches, man, they, you know what I'm saying? I'm holding bottles of Mo and shit, and they just own me.
I don't know how to do this.
Huh?
I'm sorry, my bad. The producer, you know,
it's okay.
I was like, yeah, we was at the mansion.
Yeah, man. You know, but yeah, I was just making sure that, you know, but yeah, man. You know, having that party, man, the gold plated handles on the doors and the sinks and all of that shit, man. You know, 30-foot ceilings.
Wait, hold on, wait. Let's back it up. The world know. They just heard you say you 17.
Absolutely.
And you at the mob boss's house.
Absolutely.
Gold plated everything.
sinks, door handles, sliding doors, 30-foot ceilings though, with the clear shit overlooking the city. Had the pool upstairs was a waterfall for the view and shit. It was crazy, man. It was crazy just seeing all of that shit, man.
Hey, wait, who was this party for?
It was LUNIZ release party. Ours was at Bugsy Siegel Mansion.
Stop it.
It was crazy, man. It was crazy. And when you had those parties in that industry shit, this before the internet. Motherfuckers was showing up and shit was getting wild, dog. Like, wasn't no fucking cameras and all of that. Shit was getting wild, man. Wild, man.
But
like,
look.
We kicked it with Heather Hunter and Janet Jack Me and all of them back there, man. We went to the Blacktail party, remember Blacktail magazine and all of that, man. We used to do all that shit, man.
Right, because Drew Down pimping. I mean, I ain't putting his business out there.
Hold on, let me tell you this.
I ain't putting his business out there, but Drew Down pimping.
We saw Drew Down with Sally Richardson, man. That was his bitch, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, man.
I ain't snitching.
Hold on.
The truth ain't snitching.
They don't know who Sally is, man.
Sally Richardson, man, posse, low down dirty shame. You know what I'm saying? Like the bad exotic bitch. Everybody knows Sally Richardson. If you came up in the '90s, you know Sally Richardson. Drew had her on deck though. But I remember the first time when I told you we met CNH and he said, we're gonna go shoot the video for Drew, whatever. When we got there off the airplane, he got us a room at the La Montrose, right? We walk in the room. We walk in the hotel room. Drew Down come in, he got a bitch on both arms. He got the fur on, diamonds popping. I said, oh, you feel me? Like, oh, like, you know what I'm saying? That was the first time it was just like, wow, this some, you know what I'm saying?
So this before that, I ain't disrespecting some of these pretenders.
Right.
Out here, furs, chains.
Right.
Get robbed crying.
Right.
This real pimping.
Right, absolutely.
Real, not fake fur.
No.
What they call it? Fake funk.
No fake nothing. No fake nothing.
It was real pimping, real hoes, real diamonds.
Listen, man.
Real game.
Real street shit.
Yeah.
And motherfuckers had just put millions on top of that. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, being able to be around these type of cats and see the type of shit and experience this shit. Like I say, I remember I had a meeting because we had went to San Diego, that show I was telling you about. We in the Candy Green Benz. Chris went somewhere, so we just turned in circles in the motherfucking parking lot, right? And Faison Love pull up. And he was like, what's up with y'all, man? Who shit is that, Chris? And we like, how the fuck you doing this shit? You know what I'm saying? So Faison Love, so we holler at Faison and we like, yeah. And he like, yeah, I'm getting in the director. You know what I'm saying? Let me shoot y'all video. So we have a meeting with Faison Love at the Four Seasons with Big Reg, corrupt old manager. Shout out Big Reg, OG, legend. You know what I'm saying? And Big Reg sit us down, whoop, whoop, and he like, get whatever, it ain't nothing, So I got a fucking gold dusted cheeseburger. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Big Reg for the cheeseburger. I ate a cheeseburger with gold on it back in the 90s and shit. I was just like, man, I didn't know none of this shit existed, man. I remember just, we fucked with Mike Tyson at the Century Club. Mike Tyson.
Oh, now look, I met Mike Tyson. He got a rib sticking out right here. I mean, the nigga's tough. Got a rib sticking out. Nigga just what?
Like, we sitting in the Benz, man. Tip in the front with a girl. I'm in the back seat with a girl. We just chopping game, smoking weed and all that bullshit. We see Mike walk by in the parking lot. We leave the bitches in the car, man. Oh, Mike, you know what I'm saying? He the only one I was really like starstruck. Actually, it was two, because I didn't mention this.